I bring down my hatchet. In all the fury of seeing my comrades take damage. And here goes the roll. Treat me well. I can... What? Hatchet. Okay. $25.
Okay, that is a hit. And that is 13 slashing damage. Okay.
I have one more action. Is it still standing?
I am checking. Where did it go? This one. There we go. Found it. Okay. I have so many folders in this campaign. It is mind-boggling. All right. Yes. As you bring the hatchet down, how do you kill it?
As I bring the hatchet down, swiping from right to left, downward angle, I'll take his head and I'll rip it off to throw it into the water as I'm cutting through it.
As you tear its head off, the body keeps moving and will strike at you.
Even though I have one more action?
Yes.
Okay.
With its longsword.
That's a,
32!
Oh my god!
that's a crit, actually.
Oh no!
Caught me off guard. I thought it was dead.
For 28 slashing damage. Okay.
Well, so, we have some special bullshit. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. She's lost. Okay, I'll just take full damage then.
Oh, I lift my amulet.
No, it's fine.
Yes. No,
All right.
it happened.
I'm
I clicked
taking
the
5
button.
of it. It's okay.
You reduce the damage by 7.
Okay. Via the amulet's abeyance. So how many times do you get to use that? Is it just a reaction and you can potentially use it every turn?
It is a reaction, so I can only do it once per rotation.
Okay.
So I can't do it again until my turn.
Okay. How much was it?
7.
28 damage?
Yeah,
Okay,
so 21.
5 from that.
And then you
Okay,
subtract 5,
from
and
that,
then 7.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, it was 7 or 5? No,
Minus
5
5,
from you.
hers is 7.
Okay.
It was a total of minus 12. So it ends up being,
I got that.
yeah, so you took 28, you take 16.
Yeah, I was right at first. I was making sure. Blood is gushing from the cut is pretty deep.
You see
And
the
though
you see the like eyes in the mouth of this creature, which are like glowing red. Like as you tear the head off, it just kind of like starts to fade the glow, and then this like red glow is kind of glowing from the wound, and you see the creature just take this like sort of off balance but very powerful strike against Malavik, tearing the flesh and drawing blood as he lands back down on the boat.
Oh, are you all right, Malavik?
I'll try to say I'm alright, and this blood just starts pouring out. Not doing well.
Okay. Is that it for your turn? I think you have one action left.
I
You
do.
did just sudden charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it still there? The body?
It's sinking below the water.
Oh. Oh, okay.
It
As it
took
was
the
falling,
swipe
it
and just
slashed
kind of like
through.
fell
Okay.
off the boat as it did
A
so.
little bit of retribution, yeah.
I will hit the deck. It was a hard hit. Can't take an action. Trying to stop my bleeding.
Okay. You have frightened 1 as well.
It?
And
No, I don't. I couldn't take that off because you put the image on it.
okay, gotcha. Okay, but you land back on the boat there. Okay, Yara, it's your turn.
All right. I will go ahead and extend an arm out to this remaining creature as I cast Disrupt Undead upon it, the one that is near Arcelia. The faster we kill these things, the better. That is a fortitude save that they must make.
Okay. Disrupt Undead. What does this look like?
Well, similar to my other magics, although it's a more dark and grotesque looking kind of spell. The blue is an inky kind of blue, and as it hits, it spreads throughout its veins. It's quite disgusting.
See this horrible, like, almost fluorescent kind of blue, like, it's just kind of glows and starts to spread through this creature's body. You can see the red, like, eye holes and mouth sort of look at you and how far away you are and consider the possibilities.
Right. Well, now that I've dealt 20 damage, I'm going to go ahead and start working on Malavik. I will treat his wounds at an expert level using my battle medicine. Well, I think I just got a good hit on it, Malavik, but, all right, just stay still. I'm just going to handle that. All right. And that will be, 28 points of healing as I have met the expert mark. Right, just give me your arm and I'll start stuffing like herbs into it and kind of you'll see this golden glow from my hand as I accelerate the healing. Does that hurt? I always wondered. Oh, yes, okay, it does. All right. And that'll be my turn.
I feel.
Ooh, over that way. Over that way. I already have enough blood on my...
Yes, as Malavik horks up some bilge.
I have a question, because I want to do this correctly. Did I have to make a fortitude save from the cut?
From the cut, no.
Okay.
No, you did not. Okay, is that it for your turn, Yara?
Yes, indeed.
Sakuachi will increase the range of blast and take cover. Not really a fighter. Gonna go here and take cover. Okay. Denigi, who absolutely annihilated so many Draugr last time, sort of is aiming. There's like these flaps that you all are using as kind of wind breaks underneath this section of the raft. That's where you are right now, Arashtak, along with Denigi, Sakuachi, and Karun. That yellow box there on the screen, that's where the storage is. So you have like supplies and things that are there. And then this area that you're in right now is kind of like where everybody has been sleeping and just kind of like congregating, staying away from the edges of the raft. And there's flaps that are kind of like hang down, you know, and blowing. And Denigi has been like taking aim with composite bow through these flaps and takes aim at this white right there, and will use her Hunt Prey ability for an action, and then we'll fire. 23 is a regular hit, which is the first non-crit that she has had against these guys, by the way. Okay. That will be 11 plus a D8. I think just the D8. We don't get the extra D10. It's deadly, and there was no crit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for 15 damage, Dinigi says, "Watch out, lizard!" And the arrow comes sailing past as you look over your shoulder, Arashtak, through the tarp that is there and hits the Cairn White. Dinigi, one action for that. We'll fire again. That is a 20 to hit. Also, another hit. Another arrow sails past, probably like right as you're looking, Arashtak, to try and figure out what's going on. Another arrow sails past and connects with the Cairn White. You see this viscous, like black ichor sort of glow red for a moment as it just kind of flows down from the wound. You see this white trying to take a deep breath. Okay, Arcelia, it's your turn.
I raise up my spear and I try to slam it right into the white in front of me. 15.
15, unfortunately, is not enough. You go to strike, and the longsword comes up and parries.
I give it a spin and I try again.
Another parry to the other side. You can see the wound is sort of bleeding. This creature doesn't look too great.
I try again, third and final time.
Again, you are parried at every turn.
I've got it distracted. Do something.
Arashtak.
All right. And just throw away a frost. I'm a little frightened. 22.
Okay. 22 is a hit. As you bring your finger up to cast the spell, you see the ice begin to form and begins to spread across the creature as you hit it, probably somewhere in its ribs. It looks down and sort of turns towards you. Still up.
Hide behind Dinigi.
I knew.
You
It
can't.
seems the safest choice.
Unfortunately, you can't go there. That's where the supplies and things are.
I see. I over here on the other side of the flap, but I didn't Dinigi.
Okay. The white. It lets loose this horrible dirge, and I am gonna need a saving throw from everybody. This is a will save.
27.
Whoa.
23.
13.
Okay, and I gotta roll for Dinigi, Sankawachi, and Nicotine's character. Okay.
Did you use any of my hero points last session?
I cannot remember. If they're there,
No.
you got them.
All right, I will use my hero point to reroll my will saving throw. It's
Natural
a
one?
10.
I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna do the same and then I saw that. No, I'm good.
It's an angry red number.
Okay, Sankawachi, success. Dinigi, success. Let's see how we do for current. Karun does not have a debuff. Karun has the life boost on. 2 more turns.
Oh.
Karun has a fatigue debuff from falling in the water and failing the saving throw. And a save from Karun on the will save there. Okay, so who has failed? Arcelia and...
Me.
Malavik, yes. Okay.
I probably crit failed.
Frightened. Malavik, you were already frightened before.
Yes, I can't be frightened again within 10 minutes.
Now, this isn't an intimidation thing. This is a special ability, so I think you can be, unfortunately.
Yeah, if it specifically says, yeah, it can be. You refresh it, I guess.
It doesn't say that. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's just not the same thing. And I know that that's for like intimidation or like demoralize. Let me see if it has to do with.
I don't see anything under frightened saying you can't.
Yeah.
I think it's just intimidate, demoralize.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it. I mean, I'm on the ground anyway.
Yeah. Malavik, frightened 1. Arcelia, frightened 2. And some other bullshit that I just closed on accident. Cool. Okay. You get a -2 to something else. Secret. Okay. That is 2 of its actions. Then it will spin and try to slash you, Arcelia, with its longsword. 27.
That's a hit.
For 9 slashing damage. And please make a fortitude save. You have a -2 to the save.
9.
Ooh. Okay.
I think it's already calculated in there.
As this creature is... it doesn't matter. It wasn't a crit anyway.
Yeah.
So, as this creature strikes you with the longsword, you feel this, like, strange burning, and then for a second, you see the blood sort of pool, and then it sucked out of you into this creature, and you can see the eye holes and the mouth that is sort of agape and glowing red, sort of like grow in intensity, and you can start to see some of the damage reverse itself. You are drained 1. Let's see. Drain. You have to find the nearest sink and throw yourself in. Okay. You become less healthy. Take a status penalty equal to your drain value on constitution-based checks such as fortitude saves. You also lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drained value. And your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount. So you are level 5. So that is 5 HP off of your max.
Oof.
Okay. It's Karun's turn. Life boost is 6, Dan? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. One more instance of life boost comes off. Okay, and Karun will fire the hand crossbow at this creature. That's a hit with the hand crossbow. Amazing. I can do it.
Wow.
You gave me shit last time for talking about a
Whoa, somebody fucking clip that.
I mean, if you want to rub the salt in the wound,
He
Dan,
also landed yours. Yeah.
lands your big lightning. Yeah.
Damn.
You'll land it one day, Dan. It's okay.
I did one, ended once.
That's my life, Dan. I've heard the same.
Okay. So the bolt flies through the slit in the tarp that is flapping, and connects probably like in this creature's neck. It doesn't seem to really care that much. It's just movements are slightly limited as the bolt is there. And Karun says, "You saw that, right? I totally scooped that thing. You know, with the bolt. You saw it, right?
I saw it. Yes.
Okay. And then I will reload and then fire again. Stupid thing. I'm going to make a better one, I swear. Okay. That is a miss with a natural one, by the way. It's the hubris. It always gets you right back. Malavik, it's your turn.
You see a hand come up on the deck of the ship. I'll pull myself up for one action.
Oh, that probably looks so intimidating from the other side, Malavik.
Yeah. I'll look back at Yara and just flip the hatchet in my hand, and then I'll toss the hatchet at the white across the way.
Okay.
And shit. 25.
How do you kill it?
Oh. I think from the pain, I don't know my own strength, and I threw so much into it. The wound starts to stretch and rip at my chest, and gush some blood as I throw it all my might as Yarcia is about to take a fatal blow, or possibly take a fatal blow, and the axe comes straight through and just goes straight in the center of the head, passes through, and then I'll twist my hand to make it come back, and it'll decapitate on the way back. And I'll grab it, and then I'll fall on the deck again.
As the head falls off this white, again the body strikes towards Arcelia.
Make sure she does it. And I couldn't get it out all the way.
A 19 to hit.
I lift up my spear and I parry the attack.
The white just sort of moves for a minute, like after the strike, its body sort of continuing the motion from the swipe, and then it sort of crumples on the edge of the raft, slowly just slides into the water. You are now out of combat.
Did it? Yeah. I'll just
You got it.
lose consciousness.
Malavik? Malavik, I can't carry you across.
What? I'm so heavy. Just let me be here for a second. I'll stay here. I'm not moving. See to the
Alright.
others. And I'll slump up against a board.
All right. I'll lean against the edge of the ship. Are you all right?
Yes.
Fine. It got me pretty good.
I hit it with my hand crossbow.
Wow, that's a rarity.
I know, right?
I'm very proud of you.
I think this thing is broken, but I'm so good that I still hit it.
Undoubtedly, darling.
Is that ship safe?
Well, we cleared what we've seen so far. I can go in and look a little further and run like a little bitch if I see anything. Does that sound good?
Yes. I just meant more, is it seaworthy so you don't sink while Malavik rests?
Do I look like I know a thing about ships?
We haven't.
I don't know.
We haven't sank yet. With all the commotion, as long as this thing has been here, it would have already been in the sea. Get them over here now. The raft does not have long. I tried to rebind it, but it could break at any second.
Malavik thinks you all should come over here.
Do we save the supplies?
Yes.
We have a bag of holding, right?
Yes. I start gathering as many supplies as I can, tossing them into my bag.
I will help Rashtak.
Very well. Let's get 2 athletics checks. Marashtak and Arcelia.
Good.
18.
25. I'm bad at those. Actually, not that bad.
Not today, you aren't, darling.
You use that wiry muscle, Arashtak, and with the help of Arcelia, you begin to sort of load up the supplies. This ship is apparently looks okay. Yara, you are going to investigate?
Indeed.
Okay. Please make a perception check.
I'm going to re-roll that. Why not?
Okay. Rerolling an 18.
Into a 14.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very well. Yara. You begin to
Yes?
head down the steps into the hold of this ship. It's dark. Do you have dark vision?
No, I got low light.
So, you can barely see anything in here. There's not much light here on this lake anyway. But you begin creeping down the steps one step at a time. Ship is covered in a rime of frost, and there's horrible smell. As you begin to descend into the hold, you start to see water. There is a decent amount of water the ship has taken on. There's also something floating in and on the water. Can't quite make it out.
It seems like the ship has taken on some water. There's also something floating over there. My vision is horrific. Well, it's not worse than a normal person's, but it's not quite great in the dark. So I can't see what that is.
I cannot hear you. Come back up.
Stand up. Come up to the deck for a moment.
All right.
I cast light on probably her shield.
Oh, that's actually a fair point. I do have the shield already lit.
Okay. Well, you can use that.
I think it's only dim light though. Let me see. Glamorous shield. Where are you, darling? Ah, here you are. It doesn't matter either way. I can he cast light on it.
Okay. You head back down. Floating in and on the water, you can see more of that strange, like, almost oil slick-like substance floating around.
That can't be good. Do you all remember that oil we found? In the other vessel?
I think it was only me up there with you. I think we were together.
It was Karun as well.
Why don't you come back up? I don't want you going down there alone.
Alright, I don't know if we could stay here though. It looks like the ship has taken on water. We would have to do repairs. And I'll start to move back towards them.
Move back up. Above deck.
I'm not moving as quickly as I would like. I'm still bleeding a bit from my injury as I'm helping Arash talk.
When we get a moment, either Yara can help you or I can.
Yes, it'll be fine. We should focus on the supplies first.
Yes, though Yara mentioned oil and water.
Oh yeah, that
Maybe
stuff we scooped up from the other wreck. Right. There's more of it over there. I'm going to grab some.
Yes.
All right.
It is quite dark in there and there's water. About
Don't
how high
worry. You
was the
don't have to
water?
worry. I have elf eyes.
Right. I don't know if elf eyes save you from drowning.
I mean, maybe. But I
Maybe.
know that I can see down there.
All right, be my guest.
Okay, I'm going to go scoop. Karun then begins to walk onto the get onto the boat and then head down into the hold.
All right. Well,
Were there any supplies on the ship outside of the oily water?
GM,
not
all I
find
saw
any.
was water. Yes. No, I didn't find anything else.
Shame. So we should not take that then. It did not look seaworthy.
We could get a second opinion, obviously. One of you could take a look. But if it's taking on water, I would assume that it's probably not seaworthy.
I
Here.
can check. I know my
No.
way around water.
Right.
I'll hop onto the other ship.
I'll take the
Pat Mallory.
bag of holding
Yes,
from
thank you.
Arash talk and continue without him.
Okay. So Ulukuk, who is kind of like the driver, I guess, of this raft, is sort of inspecting it from the outside, and he points out. You can see that there's like a hole in the ship. Ship is kind of being propped up by some of the wreckage and stuff that's around, which is stopping the ship from sinking. But you can see that the ship has taken a nice size hole. It's definitely run into something. It might have even been some of the wreckage itself.
With the wreckage, are there like crates and things floating out in the water?
Yeah, broken debris and such, yeah.
If there's any intact, I might actually see about retrieving it.
Okay. Make a survival check.
22.
Okay. I think with a 22, you're able to get you get a bunch of driftwood, basically. There's no supplies or anything that you can tell beyond that. You get a bunch of driftwood. It's soaking wet. It's freezing fucking cold.
I do have swim speed, thankfully. I'll take the logs up, the ones that look usable for potential repairs
If
later.
you are swimming in the water, I will need a fortitude save.
Yes. 31.
Okay. Yeah. It's cold as shit, but you do not grow fatigued from doing this.
So I plop it up on the deck for future use and repairs.
Okay. I'd say you get... Roll me a d10.
1.
Oof. I will add 2 to that just because I feel bad for you.
Thank you.
You get,
We love pity in this house.
yeah,
Oh,
there-
great, generous DM.
Yeah, you get like 3 usable pieces of driftwood. You know, like I'd say it's like the equivalent of a 2x4.
I will mark that just so we have a knowledge of it, even though it's on the ship.
I'll crawl my way up with this side of the ship and pull myself up and look back at the others and say, give me a moment. And what I want to do is, the rope is still attached to
To the other ship.
the
yes.
raft. I want to go over and I want to pull down our sail on the raft.
So I
Take
just
it.
want to be clear right now, because I think there's a misunderstanding that is happening. The ship that you have run into has a hole in it. Are you staying aboard that ship?
I mean, out
Or
of all the ships that
abandoning the
you,
raft?
out of all the ships that you talked about last time, you said this one was in the best shape.
I did.
We've only looked at 2, though,
I've
genuinely.
only looked at 2.
You also said that raft could break apart at any time.
No, I didn't. I said that it has a few days left in it, probably at best.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then I won't do what I was going to do. I was going to chop that shit up.
That's why I wanted
never
to
mind.
communicate this to you. I had a feeling.
Okay, then what I want to do is, instead of that, I will pull myself up on the side of the boat and I will ask Karun to look with me to see if we can find any other vessels that look like they're in better shape. Since the ship is a lot higher than the raft, I'm assuming.
Yes. Haroon has completed her spyglass.
Scoop.
Or spyglass. And we'll try and sort of keep an eye out. Let's see. Malvik, go ahead and make a perception check. Ooh, a very good roll from Karun.
25.
Oh my. That is very good. Okay. You spend some time looking, trying to like determine what is the best way to spend your time, as opposed to saying there's the next wreck or trying to leapfrog between them. And with some very good rolls, I rolled. What is Karun's modifier for this? Okay, with a 27 from Karun, plus a spyglass, plus you helping. Pretty damn good roll. I would classify that as a crit. There's a lot of wrecks in this mist. You take your time. This is like you spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes just kind of like figuring out a plan and a path that you could potentially take to tell Ulukuk how to navigate through the wreckage and potentially take you to the best looking options. You see that there's some larger wrecks further into the mist. Karun can really only pick them out with the spyglass. There's a few that you're able to like pick out the maidenhead on the ships, sort of looking for that mermaid. You don't see them. There's some intimidating figures, some naked characters on the front, but you don't see any mermaids, unfortunately, looking at these ships. You also see that there are some that might have been recently sunk amongst the wreckage.
Very good. We need to relay it to the companions. I think we have gotten everything we need from here. There's nothing but death. It seems like that is how it is for many of these vessels out there. Karun has seen a potential. The raft doesn't have long. We should get going immediately.
Yeah, there's lots of wrecks and things like we can maybe scoop up some supplies from the area, but there were lots of places where we would just be wasting our time. So we can go that way, and you can see Karun and Malavik sort of like trying to navigate a direction towards Ulukuk, who's nodding.
Right. Well, whilst we're traveling over there, how about I treat someone's wounds? Make use of the time, yes?
Thank you, yes.
It will take some time to navigate these waters and around these wrecks.
Wonderful. All right, well, I can work on 2 of you at once.
Oh, that's...
Yes.
You've
Yeah, I don't want to overwork you. You've done enough.
No.
Out.
Sit.
I'll flop down like a 3-year-old child.
Well,
All right.
next to him.
I'm going to stitch these up. And I'll bounce between Arashtak and Malavik, doing treat wounds at an expert level. For 26 points of healing once we end up finishing that. Takes 10 minutes.
And, I'll toss a life boost while she's working on Malavik at Australia, which would be 24 points of healing total after 24 seconds. 24 seconds.
Very good. Thank you.
And if our travel does take more than 10 minutes, I will be refocusing. But that's only if.
That is the same. I'll meditate while we wait, depending on how long we have.
My gashes and cuts become scars and small scratches and tears. Thank you. Thanks.
Of course.
But I'll get up anyway. I will take whatever supplies you brought over. Put it back on the raft. It's good that you brought it here. Just in case the raft broke apart. I could try to see if there's any way I could redo the ropage since the supplies and others are off, but I don't think it's hopeful. We have to hurry.
Yeah, the last time that you tried to repair the raft, the like ropes that were securing the logs together, they were just so cold that when your hands tried to maintain a grip on them, you know, when your hands get that cold, you lose the strength in your fingers. Okay. So, you continue your journey. As you do, Sakawachi will sort of tap you on your shoulder, Arcelia.
Yes.
There was something else that I saw in my vision. I didn't want to tell the others because it was so odd. I thought everyone might be confused that I had some sort of normal dream.
What happened?
It was strange. There was some sort of creature that was watching. I saw a horrific visage. It had horns and great tufts of fur. But I could swear it looked like it was writing something.
Writing?
Yes.
Could you see what it was writing?
No. This creature stood at the edge of my dream. It almost looked like it was writing in a book.
What did the book look like?
I do not know. It was shrouded.
Did you feel that danger?
Not exactly. Yes and no. I'm sorry. I know this is not very descriptive. That is why I did not want to tell the others.
No. Every little bit helps. This is fine. I appreciate you sharing with me. Wack, does this description match what we've been told of other people's dreams? We've had dreams of claws and fur.
There are definitely some common threads, yes. This book or this writing is something new.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely similarities, yes.
If it gives you some solace, this sounds somewhat familiar. Some of us have had dreams, not exactly like yours, but I think it means something.
And you have not been able to figure out what yet?
No, not enough information.
Maybe that's why we were destined to meet.
Yes, I believe so.
We will figure this out.
I reach forward and gently clasp her on the shoulder. We will. Together.
Yes. Yes. And again, she sort of mutters underneath her breath, "Our fates are entwined."
How would you feel about sharing this with the others? They would want to know.
If you think that it will be good, then yes.
It would be good for them to hear it from you.
Very well. Sakuachi then relays this information to the rest of you now as well.
So it seems we are connected in more than one way.
It does seem that way. Karun and I both have had similar dreams. I forget, have the rest of you had those dreams? I don't know if we've gotten the chance to speak about it, Malavik.
I see. A monster with horns and fur every time I look into a reflection of myself. As of dreams, I have not.
Right. I wonder what the significance is, but I suppose there's nothing we can really do about it right now.
The fact that it was writing, that's got me curious.
But it isn't me. Before anyone has any thoughts.
No, it looked much different than you, Malavik. Much different. And Sakawashi, you did not see what this writing was?
No, I could not.
Interesting.
There's like a little shudder that moves through Sakawachi. She says, Arcelia asked me if it felt malicious or dangerous. Both did and did not. That feeling when someone is watching you. That is closer to what it felt like.
With the descriptions that everyone has given, I am now an expert in occultism. Is this something that might ring a bell, maybe, as a notable figure?
No.
Okay, not even need to rob. Thank you.
Nope. This wouldn't fall under the occultism lore.
Or religion?
Yeah.
I am trained in religion as well. Okay, great. Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Would it possibly be under esoteric as a creature?
You can make the roll.
Hold on, what is that? I rolled an 11 into a 23. Do I reroll? Are we greedy? I think this is important. Let's be greedy. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. That's a 15.
Arcelia, it's such a vague description. It's just not helpful, really.
Not enough information. Some of us still haven't had this sort of dream yet.
No. It is strange, and without seeing it, I can't pinpoint anything in my knowledge or studies.
Same.
What was it writing on? Were you able to see?
It looked like some sort of book.
A book on a desk, a lectern, in its hands.
In its hands, like it was standing, writing in a book.
Very observant. Follows, perhaps. Able to move or walk while writing.
Interesting. All right. Well, how far are we from the boat that we were planning on getting to?
Yeah. We're gonna enter exploration mode here. As you all begin continuing searching amongst these wrecks, looking for this mermaid, or trying to listen for these bells that Sakawachi mentioned. What would everybody like to do in exploration mode?
I'm going to scout, like always.
Okay.
I don't know what time of day it is. Afternoon?
It's getting later in the afternoon now.
Yeah, definitely gonna search. Since I have dark vision, I'll just keep my eye out.
I might, if possible. I don't know what it would. Well, it would fall under repair, but I don't think I have a repair kit. I was going to say work on the raft while we go to try to reinforce it.
You can work with Karun to probably try and repair as best as you can. This will be a crafting check.
All right. I'm going to re-roll that one.
You could also. Well, I guess you've already rolled it. Never mind.
I did roll.
Yeah, never mind. Karun's definitely gonna re-roll that.
8. I'm curious what I could have done for future knowledge, but not now, of course.
So you can. Karun is a. Expert.
Oh, follow the expert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karun is an expert, so you could just do that next time. But you have both rolled pretty well. Yeah, it's not easy, but Karun is, instead of trying to use her hands to secure the ropes and whatnot, and they're just so cold, and trying to do it is a nightmare. She creates a sort of jig, which is essentially a way to sort of twist the ropes to make them tighter without using her hands to really try to get in there and do that. So it's kind of just like managing to put maybe one of the pieces of driftwood or something through the rope and twisting it so you can tighten the ropes that way instead of trying to like use your hands to tighten it. Yeah. You're able to kind of secure the raft a little bit. It feels a little bit more sturdy. It's definitely still taken, some wear and tear, and the ropes are still thoroughly soaked from traveling on the water for this long. But it's definitely doing better than it was. It's not quite going to fall apart in a couple days or anything now. Okay. And Arcelia, Yara, what are you doing?
Yes. Okay. So, we were told before we started making our way here that there may be ghosts or hauntings of some sort. We've seen the Draugr and the Whites, so there is clearly some kind of power here. I would like to investigate and see if I can divine anything.
Okay.
You seek out information about your surroundings while traveling at half speed. You may use recall knowledge as a secret check to discover clues among the various things you see and engage with as you journey along.
Okay. Yeah, do you have any specific recall knowledge that you would like to try to use here?
I would like to specifically lean into the ghosts, the undead, perhaps a haunt, so I'd like to use esoteric.
Okay, I'll allow it.
21.
Okay. It's unclear to you why specifically ghosts reside here. The nearest thing that you can understand is that there have been so many wrecks and so many deaths that perhaps that is related to why there are so many restless spirits. Maybe. It seems like one piece of the puzzle, maybe. There's so
Very
much
good.
death here that maybe that has become part of something.
I will try to chronicle as many details as I can of the various boats we pass, their sizes, if they have any distinguishing features.
You can do
Distance
kind of
from-
like some rough math, and just being like, okay, how many of these size vessels did we see? How many crew would there probably be on them? And you're, maybe there's some like writing in your margins where you're just trying to like figure out some rough numbers, and it's a lot. There's a lot of wrecks here. This is like a ship graveyard. What is causing this?
Not enough information. Do we see any particularly rocky outcroppings, any kind of geographical features that might have...
No.
This is troubling. I will go to our navigators and be sure to let them know that this is strange. It might be connected.
I'll be utilizing the exploration to just treat wounds on myself, and if there's one other, let me know now, but I'm doing it at expert level.
Okay.
And I failed, actually, so...
Bummer. Needed a 20 for that, got a 19. Okay. Let's see. Malavik, you said you were doing scout or search? I can't remember.
Scout.
Okay. Got it. You try to keep an eye out for any dangers, Malavik. You're searching the water. You're searching the decks of any of the nearby ships. Anything that you get remotely close to, you see Malavik's head on a swivel, sort of eyes darting back and forth, trying to gauge any potential ambush locations. And to be honest, this area that you have moved into now, it's not as bad as some of the ways that you can go through these wrecks. You found the best path, you think, that you could take through these wrecks to provide you the safest route. There is no ideally safe situation here. There's wrecks all around. If there are more of these undead creatures, they could be hiding amongst these wrecks. They could be hiding in the water. It's easy for this kind of thing to happen, but you try to minimize the ambush locations. Nothing seems to happen as you begin to move through these wrecks. Things just kind of get quiet.
Everyone on alert. The quietness is what bothers me the most.
Darkness starting to fall. Ulakuk starts to slow the raft. I'm having trouble seeing. Someone will have to direct me.
I can help. I have dark vision.
Is the light still available on your shield?
How long does the light spell last?
I believe it lasts 24 hours. Let me see real quick. It lasts until I cast it, I believe. It's also a cantrip, so I can recast it as much as I want.
Fair enough. Don't worry about it then. The light is there. It only has a range of, 30 feet,
I believe, yeah.
Well, let's, navigate the water side in front so we don't hit anything at least.
I can cast it on the front of our raft as a result then to give us a little bit better range of vision.
It also might alert anything in this water, but I guess it's better than nothing.
20-foot radius, so 40 feet out. If you wish me to dispel it, I can, if you wish to be unseen.
I believe having a single light may throw something off in a whole. This raft is pretty big. If it's lit, we're sitting ducks, yes?
But if you have one light, perhaps it will look smaller, is your idea? Less worth the effort?
Maybe. But if we're dealing with the undead, it may not matter either way, but just trying to cause less attention on us. Last time we were split, things came upon the raft.
Well, how well are you able to see at present? For those of you who are able to see in the dark?
We can see well, but I have an idea. The way dark vision works, it's not like it's clear as day. Colors fade, more of a gray tint, but we can see. If you can cast that ability, or are stuck multiple times, how about casting it onto the ships that are in front of us?
Yes, I can do that. I can only do it from about 30 feet away, so we will need to pull up fairly close if we do so. Otherwise...
Having a light as a target in front of us may be better as being the target itself.
You tell me where you want it, and I will place it there.
Yeah. I would leave it up to our companions to make the final decision. They'll just give us options. We place lights upon wreckage in front of us or away 30 feet away from us. We can direct Ulukuk in the way that we need to go with sight. But casting a light out, we can not only prepare ourselves for what's in front of us, but what may be on those wreckages. We must act quickly. We are adrift.
I will stay to the front and I will help Ulukuk with looking out into the darkness.
Okay.
I'll stand to your right, Arcelia, and if you wish, I will put a light out into the distance on an object.
As long as it's not on us, I think that is a good decision.
I'll take them back.
I cannot see in the dark, so I will have to place a light on something and toss it so I can see it again. I won't be able to see in front of us. You will have to be my eyes.
I will.
Okay. Perception check, please.
I will roll with my plus 13.
I will not roll because I can't see in the dark.
26, my lucky number.
Okay.
Wait, all of us? Or just...
No, it's Arcelia's.
Just Arcelia.
Arcelia's sort of guiding. Arcelia, the raft is moving very slowly. Ulukuk has slowed it down tremendously because of the drop in visibility and relying on your vision. So you're kind of like communicating with Ulukuk here and there. Starboard and port and slow down and speed up and all that. Back and forth as you navigate various bits of wreckage. And as you're looking around Arcelia, some of the mist begins to part. And there is beams of moonlight that descend upon a single-masted ship. And in the distance, you can hear
Rashtok, do you hear that?
Do I hear it once she points it out?
yes.
Listen. Some kind of droning or...
Would that be the bells, you think, or some sort of creature?
It could be anything. But look there. A shred of light.
I see the moonlight, yes. Not much else.
Do we see the masthead?
Yes, you do. There is a mermaid there.
Rashtok.
Huh?
It's a mermaid. Look.
I look to no avail but believe her. Yes!
We should get Malavik. We should reconfirm if it is or not.
I'm not the one for this, for sure. I will retrieve him. Malavik?
Did you find something?
Yes, take a look. It may be the mermaid.
I will
That's
put
cool.
my arm over your shoulder and point directly. Between the moonlight. A mermaid affixed to a ship.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Wasn't that in the dream?
I believe so. Sakawachi is near. We should bring her over.
I will stay here and make sure nothing comes on us. Can you gather the others?
Yes. Everyone. I believe we found something. Sakawachi, you need to confirm. I'll ask Karun to pass the spyglass over to Sakawachi and ask Orashtak if he can hit a light anywhere near. Well, the moonlight is showing, so we should be able to see some kind of outline of some sort.
Provided that we're within 30 feet of it, I could, yes.
In contrast to the wreckage all around, the one-masted ship ahead is still upright and looks to be in fine condition, though it's stuck in thick ice. The vessel's figurehead, an oaken carving of a beautiful halfling woman with long hair and the lower body of a fish, is the apparent source of some strange tolling. And as you approach, it sounds a little bit different. It sounds more like weeping. And possibly actual rivulets of tears stream from the sculpture's eyes. A nameplate beside the figurehead spells out the ship's apt name, Mermaid's Tears. On the ship's port side, a gangplank has been lowered to create a ramp between the main deck and the ice flow in which the ship is trapped.
Can I see any evidence of recent tracks or activity in the area?
Not from where you are. You can get closer to the ice or the ship.
We have to get closer if we want to get a better look.
Ulikuk, keep going in that direction, but slow your pace. I'm pretty sure by now you probably see what we are all gawking at. We need to get as close as possible. Or at least within 30 feet.
Yes, aye.
Orashtak, if you can cast your spell once we're in range.
I will.
I want to confirm something.
Where would you like it?
In that direction. How far out are we from 30 feet away? About 20 feet before it
Maybe.
becomes 30?
Yeah.
You're about 20 feet within target range. Roughly.
I mean, do you want it at the front, the mid, the aft, the bow? Where would you like the light?
Right in front of the ship, right in the center, right below the mermaid. How far is your light reach? 40 feet?
Yes, 40 feet in diameter.
Good. Place it right below the mermaid.
Very good, I will do so. And I
You
will
illuminate the area. Ulikuk is piloting the ship, the raft closer. You begin to approach the ice that surrounds the ship.
I would like to take my spear and stab at the ice to see how strong it is.
It's pretty thick.
We need to slow to a stop immediately.
Is it thick enough for us to walk on?
It does appear so, yes.
And it should be safe to travel across this.
I do not know. Yara,
Yes.
Do you have your grappling hook?
Yes, I do. I gathered it up.
How tall is this ship? Grappling hook's
Pretty tall.
150?
It's pretty tall. I would say you're looking at maybe 15 to 20 feet up in the ice.
Oh.
There's a gangplank that's been lowered on the ship.
Oh.
There's a ramp there. I think that is also good enough evidence to prove that the ice is sturdy. Someone else has walked it.
Forgive me for not trusting it, but I have my own methods. I'm going to either use the grappling hook or I can leap up on the ship.
It's up to you. It's at your disposal.
As I normally would, take the solo route. I look back at everyone and I kind of like huff under my breath. Just take the ice. Probably shouldn't split up.
Yes.
Right.
Rashtak, I will go with you. You lead with me. If anyone survives a fall in the water, it's probably you.
This is true, yes.
Now, lead the way.
I will.
But before
follow at
then,
your
I'll
side.
catch eyes with Arcelia and nod and turn back and start walking towards the ice and testing it for weight approval, one leg at a time, or 1 foot at a time.
Okay. Start. Just to be clear, are you going up the gangplank? Or are you going you using a rope?
Yeah, I'm going to go up the gangplank. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it seem like the easier option for everyone else?
Yeah. Begin to slowly make your way up the gangplank. Onto this seemingly empty looking ship.
Is everyone up?
I'm
I
with
think
you.
once we see the ice is safe enough, then I will begin to direct everyone to follow.
While I am en route to this as well, I would like to adjust my glove and utilize my healer's gloves on myself to heal myself up for 14 points.
Okay.
Just in case.
Fair enough. Everyone sort of begins to make their way up onto the ship. Ulukuk and Enuma are remaining on the raft, but Sakuachi and Danigi follow you as well. Ulukuk
If the
yells up and says, "I shall stay with the raft. If there are any problems, I will take Enuma and we will join you."
I think perhaps the masthead is enchanted or has some kind of magic on it. I could swear I saw it cry. Perhaps if I touch it, I might be able to get more answers.
Is that wise?
Rostok, do you sense anything?
I heard a creaking.
Any
I'm still
magics?
scouting.
I can quickly do a detect magic and probably confirm that the mast is indeed, or masthead, figurehead is indeed magic.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Rashak. There are many things that are magic on this.
Oh
no. Oh no!
It's not just the figurehead. There is magic everywhere.
Malavik, please give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's
I
multiple
make out-
sources of magic. Interesting.
That's one
Yes,
too.
I cannot make out any particular one. It is everywhere.
Malavik, as you begin to look around for the source of this creaking sound. You... I'm excited.
Why are you smiling like that?
Yeah. It's so good.
I think the last time you smiled like that was when the cabinet started attacking us.
Yes, that was similar.
Oh, yeah! Okay.
Oh.
Oh, we found 1,000 gold. That's
Yeah, how nice
so
of
exciting.
him. 1,000 each. Wow.
Natural 20 for me.
1,000 gold each. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Malavik, you looking around. Nothing catches your eye? You swear you saw something maybe just out of your periphery for a moment? And then you heard something sliding across the deck? Trying to find out what is going on. You don't notice it first. But then suddenly, a rope comes flying out of nowhere. And let's see, 37 to hit.
On who, me?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a crit. But I do have, I don't know what this is, but I have a ability called Deny Advantage.
I don't know
I
what that
posted
does.
it in the chat. I posted it in our chat. Your foes struggle to pass your defenses. You aren't flat-footed to hidden, undetected, or flanking creatures your level or lower. Creatures of your level or lower using surprise attack, however, they can still help their allies flank.
This creature is not below you in level.
Shit.
All right,
cabinet.
that's a crit.
There is a Sam Raimi moment that happens here. The camera cuts are like way too fast. The frames per second on this scene are dropped down low. Everything's kind of a little too quick, as suddenly around your wrist a rope grabs you. You look down just trying to be like, what is that? And then suddenly your greatsword is yanked away from you.
Everyone, oh, my greatsword is on my back, but sure, I'll take it.
Okay, this will be for 13 slashing damage as this rope hits you like a whip.
On your guard!
You're looking around. What the hell is going on? And suddenly, you see where the rope is coming from.
There.
And this is what you see. Sorry, what's happening? Why can't I show this? Oh, I've got the window open like that. Okay, let's do this.
The hell was that?
It's a capstan. So, for those that don't know what a capstan is,
Oh my god,
it
dude,
is
why?
it is the thing that sailors use. It's sort of it's a round
Raised.
sort of pillar thing, and they put posts in it to help them like winch things up. They get into that like thing where they all grab one of the posts and they kind of push to use this engineering setup to lift heavy weights and things. This one is on rollers and has a bandana across its head and some kind of cloth draped around it. It also has a little face painted on it, and you see that the rope is coming from it.
So this is Final Fantasy as hell. And also, why are we getting beat up by wooden objects all the fucking time? Okay. Alrighty.
And Wax said that it's a higher level than you.
Yeah.
Damn.
We're gonna die to an anchor winch. You know, I'd be okay going out like that, I think.
Maybe we choose a different ship.
So yeah, it has essentially yanked off this greatsword, Malavik, and sort of spun you around. Your greatsword just kind of clang, 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 slides across the deck. What do you do?
I'm in disbelief right now. I'm just like, oh, it's not any. I believe it was that.
Everything's like dead quiet on the ship.
I'm
You
going
just,
to.
You just see. I mean, just try to imagine for a second. The deck is quiet. There's nothing moving around. And then you see this capstan, and there's a rope that has. It's on. You know, it's grabbed Malavik, and it's got a face painted on it, and it's just there.
Happy, joy. I'm going to take my hatchet and cut this rope that's around my arm. I mean, that's the first thing I'm gonna do if it still has me.
Okay.
Unless it. Yeah, I mean that would be my reaction if something grabs me. I'm gonna fucking cut
Alrighty.
it.
Fine.
Sorry guys. just do I need to roll for this?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I don't know if we're in initiative or nothing, but yeah, I'll just cut at the rope.
Okay.
So 29, cut at the rope.
29. Okay. Let's see here.
Actually, can I do something? Can I do it? I'm gonna do this, but can I do it in a different order?
Different order?
Yes, I
What
want
way?
to say something first.
Sure.
Because I am in disbelief that it was that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's here, we mean no harm. That's not what just did that to us, right?
Make a diplomacy check, please.
I'd like to help.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I
Ow.
need all the fucking help.
I will yell out, please, we mean no harm. We are exploring, and we were drawn to the ship by the sound.
Might I throw out a pity guidance as well?
Okay. 2 diplomacy checks, please.
18.
Okay.
17. I'm afraid to re-roll that. Have a 0 in it.
You got a +1 from guidance.
Oh yeah, so 18. Sorry.
2 18s.
Let's see here. Malavik, you slice through the rope. I'm sorry, you're doing this diplomacy check first.
Yes.
There seems to be no reaction. Nothing.
Then
Nothing seems to happen.
I'm going to cut this rope that you mistakenly put around me. I'm trying really hard, but I really want to just fuck up whatever did that. And I'll cut the rope.
Yep.
29 is.
Slice through the rope that's kind of grabbed you. It flops and falls off.
I'm just gonna put my hands up like this and be on a major alert. I really want to go for my greatsword, but the tactician in me says that whatever pulled that away made it feel threatened if it didn't attack yet. You may want to talk to it before I decide what to do, because I believe the ship did it. I can't explain what I saw.
You want to talk to the wooden peg winch?
Don't look at me like that, Arashtak. We got beaten up by a dresser before. A shelving unit.
Karun is like looking at Yara, and she's just like,
No, darling.
Just
I
talk
will
to it soon.
look to Malavik. Yeah, I'll try. Hello? Hello? I am Marcelia. These
the
are my
capstan
friends.
begins to spin wildly. and then it flies towards you, Arcelia, and will try and hit you. As it begins to spin, you can see that there is another like one of the posts that's attached to it gets dislodged, and there is it's actually an anchor. As it's beginning to spin, it has a reach of 10 feet, begins to spin around wildly. Oh shit, that is a 35 to hit.
What the fuck? That's a crit.
Oh shit! Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay.
As the anchor is about to hit Arcelia, I see a vision of it swinging their way, and I look down at my hand and see this blood pulsating, and I will grip my fist and I will activate Shared Burden and take half of the damage.
Okay.
Of the crit.
So this will be 15 damage for Arcelia and 15 damage for Malavik. And this will
Jesus.
be bludgeoning damage. It's like at first you think it's maybe one of the wooden posts, and then you like look a little bit closer in the darkness and you see it's a fucking anchor that comes flying up.
Shit! Out of pure reflex, I will lift my amulet and use my reaction to reduce Malavik's damage by 7 points as I take an anchor to the body. Oh, fuck!
What?
Still spinning after it hits Celia.
It is. And
All right.
as it
I
does
was
so, well, it's got 3 actions. Sorry, buddy. It's the last
So it's done
action
2? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
good.
will be to throw another rope up. Yeah, we'll do one of these. Okay. Rope is headed towards, let's see, who's the next closest? I'll roll to see who's gonna be.
It just got healed.
This will be a Rashtak.
Good.
Rashtak.
It's gonna hit you for 50.
This is gonna be a
Oh, I'll
crit.
just die here. Goodbye.
This is gonna be a crit.
Oh, I know. He has to crit fail to not crit me.
I rolled a natural 19.
Good.
This
Yep.
is 27.
After the crit or before?
Well, this is its third attack. Got a 27.
Oh, it got to 20. I thought that was the damage. I see.
I know. 27 to hit. Is that a crit?
Oh, it's not.
Oh, all right.
I won!
Yeah. Another rope whips out, latches onto your arm, and will launch your staff away from you.
No!
And this will be for 15 damage. Slashing damage. It leaves like a furrow of blood amongst your scales, and as this happens, we can see everybody sort of getting on their guard and like trying to protect against this thing, and suddenly you hear a voice. You hear, Swabby! Swabby, no! What are you doing, Swabby? No! I'm sorry. And floating through the deck, you see an ethereal shape.
And they're speaking common.
Yes.
If it's a ghost, Arcelia starts to fangirl. Oh my god, it's a ghost.
Swabby! Swabby! You see this creature begin to float above decks. A halfling dressed in seafarer's garb. And you can see this ghost sort of thwap this capstan on the head. Well, I guess on...
A
I don't
rotor?
even know what it's called. Yeah, it'd be a rotor or something, I guess. And there's absolutely no reaction from the capstan. It says, "I'm sorry. Welcome aboard the Mermaid's Tears, mateys. I'm Adney Tinhill, captain of this fine vessel. Me and my crew have been trapped in this godforsaken ice for more years than I care to count. Now, I don't know what kind of ship brought you lot to this flow, but I'd hazard a guess you approach the Tears hoping to commandeer a superior vessel. Perhaps you'd like to make a deal with this old salt?
I would like to get my sword.
As long as you do not bear said sword.
It was on my back the whole time. It did. Your... whatever that is attacked us first.
Swabby is a little aggressive.
I would like to take a deep bow, a respectful curtsy. Captain, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Marcelia, and these are my companions. We are, in fact, from a much lesser vessel than your own. I gesture out towards the raft. Perhaps we can come to some arrangement for my friends here. It, I think, is only fair that they feel safe. Your companion here, Swabby, has inflicted terrible wounds on us. Please?
I am willing to hear out any offers you may have.
Arcelia,
Yes.
he said they've been trapped. What if there's some way we might be able to assist them in becoming untrapped, either bringing the vessel elsewhere, or perhaps we can release their souls somehow? I don't know a lick about that, but we might be able to.
Captain, you mentioned that you are trapped here. Perhaps the ice forbids you from venturing forward. Perhaps we are the physical hands that you need to be able to break through. If we help you with that, perhaps we can take a ride with you?
I was hoping you might say that. If you help me break free of the ice, I'll take you anywhere the water touches.
I would like to get a little closer to this being, and as I do so, I would like to perhaps do an esoteric roll to determine what kind of specter or spectral creature this is. I do have specifically an interest with undead and spirits, so I can tell it's a ghost. Perhaps I can tell what kind of ghost it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Making
23.
Okay. This is a ghost captain. I will say with a 23, you can't really discern too many details about them. But this person was definitely a halfling in their previous life. They are they have solid white eyes and wild hair, and there is a think you might notice this sound that you heard earlier, the like weeping, might have been coming from this ghost.
Oh. And while the conversation is going on, I would like to... I realize they are a ghost, but they are still speaking in common, and as such they are likely making mannerisms and whatnot. I'd like to see if I might be able to get a read on their sincerity.
Okay.
And if perhaps there's some sort of vibe I get, so to speak.
Okay.
Natural 20 for 29.
You can tell that this ghost is definitely pretty desperate to get out of this ice. They look very nervous. Like maybe this is their only opportunity they might see for a long time.
All right.
I will gesture to the gangplank. Were you expecting anybody to come join you?
That's always the hope. For years and years. And years.
How did you die? Do you remember?
We... Hello? Hello? Check,
Hi.
check, check. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Sorry. Hang on.
We.
Yeah. Sorry, lost my Go XLR there for a second. Give me a second. I'll fix it. Oops, sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay.
We.
Sorry. This ghost looks confused when trying to remember.
Are you...
don't remember.
I suppose that makes two of us, technically.
Where is the rest of your crew?
The rest of my crew. Motioning to the ship, you can then see ghostly figures begin to crop up from below the deck.
Oh. Hello.
Before we get into all these pleasantries,
Yara, sorry, 1 second, Malavik. Yara, you notice these are definitely pirates.
Oh! You're all pirates, huh? Lovely. So, is that what you'd like to do? Should we assist in your departure? Pillage, plunder, murder?
That's not what all pirates do.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm asking. I could have made the assumption they would.
True.
I swear to Besmara, I'd never do any sort of thing, at least now. A captain is only as good as his word.
Do we
can make a
recognize...
diplomacy check.
Oh. Don't mind if I do. Oh shit. I will reroll that with my final hero point.
And might I assist her technically, since I have also been blabbing my pie hole? A 23.
Okay.
And a 20.
I have my own reasons for wanting to get help across the lake. It seems my soul can't move on till I've made one final voyage. In other words, you're my ticket to the afterlife.
We've had stranger companions.
It's true. I mean, it's not a bad thing to help someone pass on so that their soul might be placed in a more appropriate spot, no?
It is more natural that way as well.
What do you think, Malavik?
I'm sorry. Are we forgetting that that thing attacked me multiple times? Attacked
I mean,
us.
you technically
I feel like
attacked
every time
us,
you mention
know?
it, there's a quick cut to Captain Swabby. There's absolutely zero motion. It's just there, stupid painted faces on it, blue.
Ooh, what if we get compensation from them in some form for your
Assault.
injury? Yes, you were assaulted
It's still bleeding as well.
and
Yeah,
duly.
there's lots of shalt all over this place.
Do you think perhaps they might be able to tell us if there's like a treasure somewhere or something, or perhaps give us some?
Or maybe they're willing to part with it once we help them,
Yes.
since they won't need it since they are incorporeal.
Counter offer. My friends here were beaten quite badly by Swabby there.
Ow.
See? Perhaps you might be able to compensate us in the form of treasures or
The ghost
locations.
the ghost like picks up a stray piece of wood and just cracks it over the head of Captain Swabby. Just crack.
Oh no. Ooh.
It's more retribution than compensation.
Yes, I would argue that's not quite what I asked for. Do you know of any treasure?
Of course I do. You see, there's potent magic here in the Jundland Rex. That's why the ice forms. You can't break it, you can't melt it. It won't work. There is a creature that we know of that can free the mermaid's tears if you're willing to help.
It wouldn't be a whale, would it?
A whale in a lake?
Never mind.
No.
What kind of creature then?
Well, are you
I'm
familiar
sorry.
with...
Can I interrupt real quick before we get into all these storytellings and all this stuff? We have two companions below waiting for us to come back and let them know if we are alive or not. I believe we should do that.
Very well.
I'm uber pissed that I took a beating and everyone's just okay with this and being all pleasant with this ghost.
Yeah.
I'm going to storm off and go get the companions.
I
Oh,
mean,
the
he
goose
tried
steps
to
off.
kill us too when he first met us, and now look at us. Why is he getting so upset?
I completely ignore all of that. Tell us about this creature, please.
Are you familiar with the naiads?
Am I familiar with the naiad?
So a naiad, let's see here. What shall we
Nature,
categorize this
occultism.
as? I will take a nature check. or an Arcana check, I think. For you, I'll take an esoteric lore.
Nature it is for me. With a 30.
Right.
Ooh,
22.
okay. So, you know that naiads protect streams, ponds, springs, and other natural bodies of fresh water. Most naiads live in solitary lives close to their chosen ward. Sometimes these nymphs congregate in coven-like groups where river tributaries meet, performing great magic and blessing the waters of the land. So far, what Captain Tinhill here has told you is strange. It's definitely a creature that is closely tied to magic and water. And it sounds very possible, but usually naiads are supposed to protect the waters.
It could be drawn as a conclusion that they are protecting this water by freezing it, too. I explained this to the others, but they normally protect water. Captain? It is a bit odd for a naiad to do this. Is there a reason you might think of why it would protect by freezing and warding people away?
I do not know. I do know the name of this creature. It goes by the name of Pholebus.
How do you know the name of the creature?
This creature has built a temple of bones not far from here. Some fey sea serpent or other. She's capable of powerful spellcraft, but guards her magic fiercely and won't give it up without a fight.
Captain, in your time here, did you notice any sort of bits of oil? An interesting looking oil kind of strewn around at all? We checked some of the other vessels and they had this peculiar looking substance.
Karun, show your sample.
Corinne waves it towards this guy, and she says, "Yeah, look and see. It has like a I don't know. It looks a little like a rainbow. I think it's alive." One of you make a diplomacy check for me.
I will re-roll that.
16,
that was a
getting rerolled.
16. Or 17.
Okay. You see the captain shake his head.
No, I don't know what that is. It's strange indeed.
Very well. Interesting.
Well, that could be the reason why there's so many crashed ships. The shipwrecks. Perhaps it's the result of the naiad.
And we must deal with this creature in order to get you seaworthy.
Pholebus possesses a ritual that allows her to turn entire ships into ghosts.
Raises his hands and motions all around you, and now Rashtak, it starts to make sense why everything aboard the ship is magical.
Are they... Well, I know of Naiads. Do they tend to work with mortals at all, or are they fairly... With my role, how hostile are they?
Oh, good question. I suppose, just like anyone else, it would matter who you run into.
Right.
From what Captain here has said, it does not seem to be very pleasant. But
So
they generally have a bad disposition towards non-Fae.
It may be difficult. They are Fae, but they do not tend to be pleased with others who are not Fae. Captain, I made no insensitivities with my question. Did you seek something from this Naiad, perhaps against its choice or will, or position, treasure or boon?
Or even just attack it because you've heard of it.
Diplomacy check, please, Arashta.
22.
There's a smile that is drawn across Captain Tinhill's face. And he says,
I am Adney Tinhill, Commodore Extraordinaire, Master of the Lake of Mists and Veils, the most feared pirate ever to sail the shores of Bravoy. To you, though, just captain should suffice, and not directly, no. I think this Volabus has a grudge with us in regards to our activities from when we were alive.
Your piracy in the area may have displeased it, even though you are not directly dealing with it, if I am understanding correctly, Captain.
Aye.
it sounds as if, though, this was meant to be your prison.
I suppose so.
This could be a good bargaining tool if we are able to speak with it. Let you all pass on, and your existence here would not be a thorn in their side, even though you are not actively doing anything. Maybe this Naiad could be reasoned to release its grip.
However it be done, I merely wish to take myself and my crew on their last voyage.
I saw the ghost, one of them, break a board over the head of the capstan.
It was
So they are
it was Captain Tinhill.
Okay, so he is able to manipulate physical objects. Well, if we are dealing with a Fae, contracts and promises are worth their weight in gold to them. I will pull out a piece of parchment. Perhaps we can get your promise in writing then.
The crew starts chuckling all around. And Captain Tinhill begins to float on over towards you.
Oh, contract pretty words. Pretty words on paper, binding to many people. Aye, we can make a deal.
All right, write your promise then. I will offer my quill.
You help me break free of the ice, and I'll take you anywhere the water touches.
And include exactly what it is that you want to do once you're free.
To move on, wherever that may be.
And when you move on, you will have no use for your vessel. Is that correct?
I suppose not.
Its legacy could live on if we were to use it after you have moved on.
I suppose. Where is it that you travel?
Unfortunately, all over. We are on a bit of a mission at the moment. Galarian is in deep danger.
It always is.
Maybe we'll walk back in with our Holy Cook and I forgot the other one's name. Anuma. Yeah, as I hear the question, I'll say, Mendev.
Mendev. We can take you there. Do you seek Agada? It's
Yes.
the nearest port. Aye, we can take you there if you free us.
Do you have a ghostly companion that can undo what your object has done? Do you have a healer?
No, we do not. However, if you do agree, I might have a few things that might help you in the temple. It's likely very dark down there.
I have light.
No, we agree. Let's see what they have,
This
just in case.
seems like a fair deal. And one that benefits all of us.
I shall sign then.
And it shall be witnessed by each and every one of us.
And your signature?
Of course. I will take responsibility for this. I will take the quill and sign my name. Arcelia of the Burning Sun clan. Good. I take the parchment and I roll it up. It is settled then.
I suppose then we shall inform our colleagues and take care of our wounds before proceeding anywhere.
There is a ghost that floats over towards you with a small chest.
Here, take these things. You'll find that most that this creature associates itself with aren't nearly as friendly as myself.
Inside the chest, you can see that there are two things. A dagger and a pair of goggles.
And what exactly are these? Just...
That is a dagger of venom. And those goggles should help you see in the dark. They are goggles of night.
Very good.
My eyes would light up, but they definitely don't, because it's dark.
I see in the dark, so I point to Arashtak. I think perhaps our which friend here could benefit from those.
Indeed.
Will they fit his
Maybe I
maw?
can make
It's-
them fit.
Don't
Straps
worry,
and things.
lizard. I can make you a strap.
Thank you, Karun.
Good. Just didn't want you seeing kind of however it works with the side of your.
These are just for show. I wore them to blend in.
Oh. They look nice.
I'm quiet. When I says blend it, I disagree.
What kind of metal is this? Looking at the dagger.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
How can we strip this stuff down for parts and sell it?
No, she's not trying to.
it's
No, it's not. That's not the reason.
She's
That's not the
trying to
reason.
make needles out of it.
If nobody else uses it, yeah.
That's what it looks like. I sent it to our Discord. Yeah, it's it looks kind of like a snake transforming into a dagger. It's golden and green, and it definitely seems like there's some bits of gold in here and maybe some jade. It's a serrated blade. It's essentially a +1 striking dagger that has a greenish tinge to it. And the hilt is sculpted to look like the head of a serpent about to strike. The mechanics of this thing are that when you critically succeed an attack roll with the dagger of venom, the target becomes sickened 1 unless it succeeds on a DC 19 fortitude save. It is a poison effect.
Nice. Perhaps this might be best on Karun, unless anyone else is looking to use a dagger.
Karun would run away from a shadow if it was in melee range.
Well, are you going to use a dagger? You have that big long sword.
Either Arcia and I are in melee range, we will be able to use it, but Karun, of all people, I've never seen in close combat. But if you can prove us wrong.
I'm only saying it because you will have to fumble around with your weaponry, and I whoever wants it, take it. I do not care.
I don't have to take it. It's just
I suppose I can take it.
All right.
I will tuck it into my belt.
since they have given us that dagger, it seems like it will be in immediate need to make our lives easier against this creature. At least I would assume.
Yes.
All right.
Now, Yara, I would say you could even possibly use the dagger in a melee strike.
I don't really do the whole stabby thing. I mean, I've got all sorts of magics, and I kind of need my hands free in order to patch you up and cast.
Okay then, settled. I'll show you.
All
If
right.
it comes down to it and we need to make a blow, you'll be the first to be.
Okay. I will turn to Karun. Do you know if runes of return are able to be transferred to different items?
Oh, yeah. So you would, you have to, sort of remove it from the previous item, and, that can probably, like, destroy it. But you can most likely get the rune off.
That may potentially be worth it.
Yes.
You have other weapons as well.
I still have Yara's Morning Star. Very well. We have some time now to rest up. Perhaps, Captain, you can offer us somewhere with some warmth within your vessel, away from the cold, as we make preparations.
Very well. You can move below deck to avoid some of the icy wind, but you'll find that a ghost pirate ship isn't exactly the most warm place.
As long as you can guarantee the safety of our companions, I think we will manage.
From anyone but my crew, I can't. But from my crew, that I can.
Could you warn us if there is someone other than your crew entering the vessel?
Or send Swabby after them.
Swabby is our main deterrent from any borders.
Perfect.
Thank you for your hospitality, Captain.
You're most welcome. Thank you for the bargain. It is not often that we encounter polite folk.
It is the mission of my people, the Burning Sun clan, to try to put more of that into the world.
Shall we rest then? It is growing late. I do not wish to be on the ice at this time of day.
Certainly. We shall look at everyone's wounds and take a moment's respite.
Captain, before we go below deck, is there any way that Swabby can apologize to my friend Malavik?
Yeah. Don't need his apologies for some. Just get to a camp. Make a camp.
No, I think an apology is the least we can ask for.
What was it gonna do? Spell it out in rope. It's fine.
Swabby! Apologize to the folk.
As you stare at Capstan Swabby, there's absolutely no motion at all. Nothing happens.
Well, there you have it.
I walk away. Looking for a place to set camp. Inside the ship.
Okay.
I'll go below deck and put probably one of the old lamps that may be hanging. Even if there's no ability to use it, I will cast light on it.
I wish I could go back and edit this episode and just do quick cuts of Capstan Swabby for each of these scenes. Whenever you're talking to it, there's just like a still image. Like a
I would like to say there is a way to do that for the other things that we're doing. We have to remember that.
I'll
make a note.
You begin to head below deck. It's a pretty nice ship. It's the best one you've seen here on the lake, and it's intact. Everything looks like it's sort of well maintained. You see the ghost crew, and it's a little bit like Pirates of the Caribbean, but with not corpses. You just see ghostly visages of these people below decks. As you begin to do so, you see them performing their various tasks, moving about. There are deckhands that are sort of moving supplies below. As they do this, they sort of look at you in surprise as you're moving along the ship. Arashtak will sort of look around, and you see these different deckhands like lifting up and moving. I guess you can see like as if they're about to go underway for a voyage. You can see them moving supplies to the cargo hold, which tend to be like things to repair the ship. Various bits of driftwood, like some of the driftwood that you found. You see nails and maybe some glue that they're moving about, and some paint that matches the colors on the ship itself. And the halfling sort of mermaid figurehead that's out front. There's just this like very strange feeling that you're all experiencing as you sort of try to move amongst these ghosts. Arcelia, is this like heaven for you? Like, what is happening
yes.
here?
Oh my god. Immediately as soon as we go below deck, I just shove the dagger and the spear with my rune of return into Karun's hands. Thank you. And immediately I just run off. I pull out my notebook and begin to take notes, observations, interviews with each of the crew members to learn of their lives and all of their conquests. And eventually, I would love to make my way over to the masthead to study it.
Okay. Okay. You speak to several of these ghost crew members. You speak with the quartermaster, Elara Nightshade, the cook, Gideon Smoky Flint, the lookout, Caspian Crow's Eye Ravenwing, one of the deckhands, Lily Seaflower Merriweather, and you get a few interesting stories. The cook tells you about a recipe book containing the secrets to his famous dish, and eating this dish grants those who consume it vivid dreams of forgotten memories. He calls it the memories once lost.
Oh, fascinating. I probe with so many questions.
The crew tells you stories about powerful sea deities during storms and limited control over the winds, and various little tidbits, little secrets about unwanted attention from other crew members and little gossip and things. It's a very strange but interesting bits of conversation that you have with these ghosts. The actual figurehead of the ship has been wonderfully carved. It's very beautiful. And you can see that it's definitely a carving of... Make a perception check. Let's see how much you can gather. Okay, 27. You get the impression that this is someone that was important to the captain. And this will come from your various conversations with the crew, as well as looking at this figurehead.
I think my eventual course will lead me to the masthead. And as I approach it, I would like to gingerly put my hand on it and use my ability, read psychometric resonance, to try to see what exactly it is about this masthead that has such a connection with the captain.
Okay. There is what I imagine to be flashes of courtship. You see Captain Tinhill alive as a halfling, swashbuckler pirate, sailing this lake, stealing, looting, living the pirate's life. There are ships that come and go. This person is in love with this life. And one raid on a ship stops this pirate, Captain Tinhill. He sees another halfling that stops him in his tracks. You can see something there. Fear in her eyes. As this halfling leaps over the edge of the railing and transforms into this mermaid creature. Captain calls out for her. And I imagine there's bits and pieces here. You don't manage to hear things, but you can kind of feel things, feel emotions tied to these events. The captain halts the crew from stealing from the ship. He calls to the water. The water laps up against the side of the ship, splashing waves. And in one of these waves, Mermaid appears for him again. Everything stops. He looks into her eyes. He throws down his sword. Throws down his coin purse. And jumps into the water. And disappears below the surface. It's hard to remember. It's hard to see what happens next. But you see this mermaid aboard the ship, laughing and drinking with the crew. She holds the captain close. You see a different look than you saw before. You saw a man who was in love with this life, pirate life, the adventure. Now you see a man in love with a woman. There is passion there. And then the ship lurches to a stop. Everyone rushes above deck. Now you can see the figurehead on the ship, carved in this woman's image. Pirates. They kill several members of the crew. Captain Tinhill tries to protect his love. She pushes him out of the way and takes a dagger to the back. He reaches out for her.
But it's too late. The captain falls to his knees, weeping. The same sound that you heard when you came across the ship. Some time has passed as you've done this. Maybe you notice people in different positions amongst the crew.
I will gently pull my hand away from the masthead. And I will sit down, pull out my book, and write down the story that the ship shared with me. Once I have finished, I will rejoin with the others.
Haroon is hard at work, trying to retrieve the rune. And just to be clear, you were destroying the spear?
Yes.
Okay.
As I come up to Karoon, my eyes are swollen. My nose is purple and stuffy. Very clearly, I've been crying my eyes out. Thank you, Karoon. Oh, it looks perfect.
Are you hurt? Are you okay? What's going on?
No, I'm fine.
Your face is leaking.
I'm sorry. I blow my nose. I just came across a very sad story. I'm fine.
What do you found, like, a book?
Okay, well, sit down. I'll tell you the story. And then I will, in a very stuffy and not very eloquent way, retell this entire story that I saw. And they were so in love.
Okay. And you saw this from the figurehead on the ship?
Yes. I'll take that now. And I take the dagger and shove it into my belt.
Kareem's got to make a roll first. Hold on. Let's find out
okay.
how this goes.
Please roll high.
27. Karoon has successfully removed and unfortunately destroyed the spear in the process, removing the rune from the spear and transplanting it onto this dagger. Well,
Excellent.
not bad, but the best I could do on a boat on a lake. Okay.
It looks good to me. Thank you.
Sure.
I will walk away, sniffling.
Anybody else doing anything else?
I'm gonna try to see if there's a place we can camp and find a more comfortable area that's kind of open for everyone to.
Yeah, I mean, the crew doesn't sleep. So there's some hammocks and things that are about.
We got options.
Yeah, net hammocks that are around, but the crew does not sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I just don't want to bother anyone, so I'm just gonna sit in the corner and throw my stuff to the side and take off armor pieces and look at my wounds and try to stitch them with like random stuff that I have.
What are you doing? You can't be serious.
I didn't know if you were going to be doing other things. I didn't want to bother.
No, if you were ever hurt, tell me.
I found this needle. It was on the.
It's a nail.
That's not a needle.
Oh, explains why the.
Do you see how large that is? I mean, that'd be horrific if you accidentally like stabbed yourself with it.
I already tried. Here.
May I?
And I hand over the nail.
I look at the nail.
Yep.
I burn the tip if it.
Yeah, it's
It
like
should
slightly
be.
oxidized, you know, like.
I will put it in my pouch to be kind. May I? Yes?
Yes.
Right. Yes. And I will go ahead and I'll work on treating his wounds and anyone else's wounds throughout the night. I've got ward medic and I have continual recovery, so it's gonna be a cakewalk.
Okay. Very well. Yara is going to patch people up. Anything else that anybody else is doing tonight?
I'd set up probably a small shrine to the mosquito witch in my area.
Okay.
We've been away from land and it's not very comfortable for me.
Nope. It's super cold.
So, yes, I've got a bunch of those very odd smelling candles around the probably cot or hammock.
Good
I do
thing-
put it away from other people, admittedly.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I'm not sleeping here.
I'm at least semi-aware of my surroundings. But there are
Says I'm like,
mosquitoes.
oh, are you?
Sulfur candle.
There, you know those candles that repel mosquitoes? This is the opposite.
Blood candle.
In the
It's
room
like
that we are in.
Yes, but they come to me, it's not you.
swamp ass candles.
What is that horrific smell?
Oh, we've been outside when I've used these as I'm putting up these candles in a circle around me with a small shrine and probably some mild viscera upon it. It is for the queen.
Ah, fair enough.
Very
And I
well.
do that
So-
and say some prayers and then
Okay.
finish my rituals for the evening.
All right. If there's nothing else, you will all retire for the evening. Do you have anything else, Malavik? You done?
No, I was trying to recall where we have to go to free them of this creature that they said.
The temple.
Yes.
Because I wasn't.
Captain Tinhill. Yeah, if you spoke to the rest, you would find out that Captain Tinhill told you about this temple of the Water Lord.
Sounds like we're going to have a good time. Is there did they point at location or give us any kind of directions?
It's reasonably, reasonably close.
All right. Yeah, I guess I will be thinking about how we're going to get there. If it's ice, we can't use the raft. So I'll be doing that until I fall asleep.
Yeah, it would have been traveling across the ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not in armor, and I've laid out furs on whatever hammock and I'll probably do the same for Yara since they patched me up. I look at Arashtak and I pass.
Everybody, please make an acrobatics check.
Just in case.
Just because getting into a hammock is the most difficult thing anyone has ever done.
You said athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
That sounds like personal experience.
I cast guidance upon myself for this trying time.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll that. Fuck it, I'm not gonna re-roll it. I'm a big guy, all right? I'm a big boy.
I'm so happy.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to put my leg through it, like underwear.
Just like floating like a diaper hanging,
Yeah.
like those baby swings.
Yeah. This is just not working. Getting angry. We're supposed to sleep in this.
Arashtak, you easily get into this. Malavik tries to put this thing on like a pair of pants.
Yeah.
Yara, you get on no problem. Karun does the thing where she steps onto the hammock and like manages to get herself situated and then starts and rolls upside down in the hammock and just spills out. And Arcelia, zero problems. You probably
I like to
slept in
imagine
one
I
before.
go. Oh yes, I will go and even offer tips to other people. I've actually spent more of my nights outside of a proper bed than in one. So what you want to do is you want to stretch yourself out as you're coming in. Distribute your weight.
Just like leg up, like stretching myself out, trying to get inside.
I grab your other leg. Just like
Not
this.
how this works. I can't wear this.
It's like a cocoon. A cocoon.
I give up. I take the floor.
My tail is pushing me back and forth through one of the holes and rocking me to sleep.
Yeah. I'll be asleep on the floor with my tail caught into a jumble of mess. On my stomach. But at least the fur has made it to the ground with me.
Okay. You eventually manage to all get yourselves to sleep. Your conditions have ended. Had any conditions that were still on you, and your night goes by. And I would like you all to please make a will save for me.
22.
28.
I'm gonna reroll. What is going on, man?
Natural one from
All
now.
right, I'm gonna actually reroll this. I'm not living that out. I need sleep.
But then if you have
There we go.
Ooh,
28.
28.
Very
I
well.
have a 13 in that shit. Better.
You all have a very pleasant night's sleep. It's very easygoing. It's a bit awkward sleeping on hammocks, but it's probably more comfortable than you've had since you left the Smiling Wolves camp. The raft was certainly not that comfortable. And you have a pleasant night relaxing on this ghost-filled pirate ship. Morning comes, and you all ready yourselves to head to the temple. Unless you're doing something else or breaking this deal.
I'm stuffing furs in every place I can. That's what I'm doing. I'm
I would
trying to
like to-
modify.
I would like to help set up a small fire away from the ship. The ice is enchanted, right? It won't melt.
Correct.
Okay. Make a small fire to help Arashtak set up breakfast. And as we are eating breakfast, I will essentially info dump all of the various stories that I caught up throughout the night.
The love story was neat, but
It was beautiful.
I know.
It was beautiful.
Yes. What about, you said something about a recipe that helped recall lost memories.
Oh yeah, that one. I flipped through my book. It's right here.
I jotted down.
You didn't get the recipe. I need to make that very clear.
I didn't get the
cook
recipe.
just told you about it.
Where's the recipe?
Oh, I didn't ask for it.
Why?
Oh, I mean,
I'm sorry.
suppose I can ask for it.
No, but we all have lost memories from the gate, and Yara's memories were altered. That is a very good thing to retrieve.
Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. That makes sense.
Sorry, I meant not to snap. It's just that is very important.
Yes, I'm sorry. I must have gotten carried away with the stories. When
We could ask.
Yes. We may not know when they leave. It may be good to go before we head out. If the enchantment changes somehow and not in a way they anticipate, they may be gone.
You said their name was Gideon?
Yes.
Gideon the cook? Excuse me!
Breakfast, yes. I begin to pull out the instant rations that don't need cooking, but I warm them up.
Where might I find a Gideon?
Are you looking for Smokey?
Is that Gideon? The cook? Yes.
Smokey! Smokey! One of the flesh bags wants to speak with you.
More of a flesh shell, really. The scales.
The cook, Gideon Smoky Flint, peeks above the railing.
Hello? Do you prefer Smokey or do you prefer Gideon?
Everyone calls me Smokey.
Smokey, my name is Yara. Hello. My friend and companion Arcelia told me that you have some sort of special recipe. You see, my colleagues and I, we all have certain gaps, you could say, in our memories. Perhaps me more than the rest, but we all do. And to us, that is a very particularly interesting recipe. Is there perhaps any chance we might be able to take it off your hands?
And what might you be giving up for such a thing?
Well, we are releasing your soul.
I have dishes you may not have heard of from my land of the lizard folk.
Let's have diplomacy checks from Arashtak and Yara.
I will be aiding her unless these are two separate.
Well, let's see, brother,
You
because
will
this
be
could go
aiding
real
Yara.
bad.
Well, you have to choose just before you do it.
Right.
I'll re-roll that one.
Might I also, since it has been time, guide myself, as we are all very desperate for this.
14.
I will re-roll that.
15 getting rerolled.
21 with guidance. Pretty please.
I need something more than that. This is my most prized recipe, you understand?
What would you wish?
What will you offer?
Well, what sort of things do you like? Do you like stories? Do you like...
Do you eat? Can you eat or drink in that form?
Aye, but we can't enjoy it.
Something you might enjoy. I don't think we have any cooking supplies. That might be
Think on
interesting.
it. I am busy. Do the task for the captain, and then we can talk.
Fair enough.
I'll have to think and consider.
Right, what sort of shit would a ghost want? Especially if we're going to be sending their soul back. I mean,
I don't
we could
think
tell
it
them fun
wants-
stories.
Would it want a piece of art?
Maybe. Maybe he is a contemporary art lover. Perhaps you're onto something.
I carry this art wherever I go, apparently.
If only we didn't give those cupcakes to those turtles.
Ian has been trying to offload this art for so long.
I don't want it anymore! The stupid
Gideon, what about
mercenaries.
a piece of art?
I said we can talk after you complete the task for the captain. Why would I want art?
I figured that would be the thing.
It's pirate art. Same brain.
It could. I do have Drake steaks. Maybe it didn't nourish though. That it wouldn't taste it. That would be a problem. I'll think on it.
I could play them a song.
In the background, I'm stomping out the fire we made and I'm putting on my backpack. Right, I'm ready to go.
Wait, were there extra furs on the ship? I will get very cold out here.
You just see me with a bunch of fucking fur around my body.
Even though
like
mechanically I'm fine, I'm still technically cold-blooded.
Malavik looks like a kid from a helicopter parent in the first winter.
The Christmas Carol, everything around
Starfish boy.
Ralphie.
I am bundled. I am ready. I am very comfortable.
Were there extra furs on the ship?
Nope.
No. I just dart side to side and I just keep walking.
You can just stick close to me. I can share my body heat with you. I run quite
Thank you,
hot.
I will do just that.
Or Malavik. We could share. Just one. Right? That's all you need.
I'll be like, I don't have many. And I'll open up and there's like 6 furs in there. I'll pull one out and flop it and put it around your...
And?
Suddenly
I point to
getting
a rash
colder.
tack.
Pull out another one. It's not much. Around the
Thank you.
shoulders.
I will take it.
Thank you, Malavik.
That will keep me alive longer.
I assume Arcelia has her own furs.
Yes. I'm prepared.
Yes, I'm also just a cold bitch, so I wanted extra.
Okay. I will, I will button back up and pull it over my face and just look ready for them to leave so we can march towards the temple. How far is this, by the way?
Not too far.
Ah, okay.
It's basically on the other side of the Jundland Rex. So it's maybe half a mile or something along those lines.
We're going to die. Can't walk in this weather.
I was gonna make a bad joke, but I can't make really good jokes.
Were you going to make a joke about how I've already died? More than likely.
That's a good one, but no, I was gonna talk
No.
about the crew, but
They've also died.
Picking your way through the Jundland Rex, following the captain's directions, you see tall masts rise up from the corners of a building, each flying a pennant depicting a blue serpent swallowing its own tail. Single entrance on the west side seems the only way in. Everybody make a perception check.
I would also like to note that as we got closer, I would most certainly be trying to move a little sneakier. Just to put that out there.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Natural 1 for 10.
18.
29. So wait, are you sneaking around now with a...
That's perception.
That's just perception.
Oh, I thought you were doing it as stealth.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Malavik. As you are looking around, something catches your eye in the water nearby. You think you can see a tunnel underwater making its way into the temple.
Wait. Look there. You have to get close. There's seems to be another way in. I don't know if it's going to be pleasant.
No.
But in my days of surviving an unknown place, you never use the front door.
Might I just remind you of the few times we have ever been near water, and I've potentially almost drowned each and every one of them?
We could share air. It should be fast.
What?
I will blow air from my lungs into your lungs. It's
I
common
think
practice.
It might be more an issue of the cold and armor.
Yes, and the required flapping underneath. I mean, if you want to scout
It's
it
called
out,
swimming.
right? Yes. If perhaps you want to scout it out and see how someone who can swim and I suppose endure that, but it is very cold.
Do that.
Is this water visible or under ice?
It is under ice. There's various ice flows, right? So like this building is sort of sitting on an ice flow and it's ringed by water. And
I would like
as
to...
you're making your way like around the building trying to find an entrance, you notice this.
I would like to try to crack the ice in that area.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I'll ask Yara for the needle that I gave them from the ship.
Certainly, but will this not possibly make the entire ice thing crack
Yes.
Have you never been ice
and possibly
fishing?
kill us?
Have you ever
No.
been ice? Then it's hard for me to explain.
Didn't he say the ice was enchanted and unbreakable, the captain?
As I would like to test to see if this area does have that said ice. But
All
there
right.
is something under there that it just catches my eye strange. We could
I
ignore
moved
it.
30 feet away from Malavik.
So I just want to, just to describe this a little bit better. This building is on ice, okay? It's resting on the ice flows. And around the ice, it's ringed by water. It sort of looks
Oh,
like a
that's-
big O. And
Also,
you
the water
saw,
is...
yeah, so the tunnel that you can see appears to be below the ice, and from the angle, looks like it's going in towards this temple.
And it's accessible by this water,
By
right?
the water.
By the
Okay.
water, yeah.
I thought all the water was under the ice. That's what I was asking. Okay.
I just
well-
needed to describe it a little bit better.
Thank you. I'll look at a raw stock. I did give you furs.
Yes, you did, and I'd like them to stay dry, which I can put into the bag of holding. Do you wish to scout with me, or would you like me to go alone?
I can go with you.
Oh. Well, there you go. I was gonna try to raise my body temperature as hard as I can to jump in, but if Osea wants to go, then it's a warrior's way.
Before you go, do you
More
wish
so
to
required
give
of
me
me.
the clothing that will get wet and cold?
Yep. I begin to strip down and hand it to Arashtak.
I avert my gaze, but I put a hand on Arcelia to give her guidance.
I don't know
For your trip?
This is not how we warm up.
I guide myself as well, but also put all of the clothing and my robes into my bag of holding.
Before you jump in like this, I would like to tell you that I have an eternal fire inside of me that can burn hot and possibly resist.
Don't
You
worry,
may
so
do
do
this
I.
if you wish, but
I dive
I do-
in.
all right, I dive in after the moment she does as well.
Sploosh.